yeah, what do you think about him as a player and how he has performed in the league?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you just mentioned. I think he has been a fundamental player for us. I mean, look, there were games where he obviously struggled defensively, but I think the playing styles that we play, we tend to have, three centre backs, and then we allow the left wing back to kind of go forward and attack. And he has delivered. I think he has established himself as a really decent left back in that sense. Decent crosses, and I think his kind of crossing as well. It's quite quite decisive when it comes to crossing and having the striker in the position to score. Um, I think it's the right time for him to move on. I think it's the right time. I think he's already been in the club for a decent amount of time. He's seen enough. He's performed. So I think it's actually fair. It's fair for him to get out there and go to another league as well, right? Going to
Mm.
Italy. It will be a completely different environment for him. So yeah, I think as I said, I think it's a fair move for him.
Yeah.
Um, but speaking of which, I'm just so excited for Carlos Romero to come back to play for us again. So obviously
Mm.
he's right now the second season on loan in Espanyol, and by the way, he won't be able to play on Monday. But he has been flying. He's on the flying form. So it's a really exciting one to watch coming back and establishing himself as a starting left back competing against Cardona. So that's the one that I really want to watch. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like when he's mentioned the trade-off, like you see Pedraza leaving and Carlos Romero coming back, then it's more easy. It's easier to deal with it for me actually because
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Pedraza. So, uh, but yeah, so if we didn't have this, if we didn't have Carlos Romero in coming back this summer, I would be more worried to let Pedraza go. But having him coming back, I think that will, I think is some of that role and the position that Pedraza leaves.
Hmm.
But I think maybe for Cardona, I don't know how this will affect him, because I don't think Carlos Romero is coming back to be benched or stay in the bench. So I, how do you think we're gonna, uh, how are we gonna deal with that? Because there are potentially two starters
Yeah.
competing. Yeah.
I,
So yeah.
I would definitely say because I mean obviously we're just in February, right? So the season has still got like probably another 3-4 months to go.
Yeah.
And I just see, if we are performing and staying in form to actually qualify for Champions League football again, I don't see why we have two very good left back to alternative whenever
Mm.
we need to. Um, I'm okay with that. I'm actually more excited to see Romero actually being the starting left back than Cardona. Like, don't get me
Mm.
wrong, Cardona is a really good player, and I think either last season or even at the beginning of this season, he really established himself as a very promising left back. Um, but for me, I would really love to see Romero coming back and establishing himself as a starting left back.
Yeah. I have to be honest. I haven't seen much of him. I just saw some of the goals he scored, but other than that, I don't know how he has performed defensively or how Espanyol has performed. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm excited. Excited. You probably know this more than me and probably seen more matches.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think one of the key thing to look at Carlos Romero is the fact that obviously he was our B player He
Yes.
established himself playing, very decent football, and then obviously I think we had some issues on the left back position, and he stepped up in the first team to play, and he really delivered. And the club really saw the potential. But of course, with Pedraza and also with Cardona in place, he had to find minutes, right? So he actually accepted to go on loan to go and play for Espanyol. And I must say, just this season, he played 21 matches, and almost all the matches he's a starting left back for Espanyol. He already scored 4 goals, and he had 3 assists in this season so far.
Wow.
So as a left back, that's really decent, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah, some very nice goals as well from him. So and defensively, he's not a bad defender neither. So
Mm.
yeah, as I said, a really good one to have him back to play for us again.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and so I think in terms of Pedraza leaving and having Romero back, I think it's fair to say that we still have a bit of issues, especially looking at the errors, looking at the defensive kind of lack of, I would say, being solid at defense. Do you agree that we have a goalkeeper, like goalkeeping and defense issue that we face?
Uh, I think defensively we are stronger this year than
Stronger,
we
yep,
were.
yep, agree,
Defensive, like yeah, I think we have become more compact defensively. We don't concede as many goals as we did last year. Like we have improved defensively actually with the sign of
agree.
Vega and Mourinho and and so on. And Foyt coming, he again picked up an injury, but
Very
we have
unfortunate.
very unfortunate. Yeah, just 2 months, a couple of months before the World Cup as well. So
Yeah.
very but we have overall we have signed good defenders. I just think maybe I'm not satisfied with the goalkeeper issue. Like I have like issue there with how I'm very mixed about this. I think our weakest area right now, I think, is maybe goalkeeper and midfield. I
Mm.
We don't have a player who can maybe hold the ball more than 3 seconds. We have Parejo, but he is not young anymore, so he
Mm.
has the qualities obviously to hold the ball. But I miss a player like Bruno Soriano or Rodri type of player who can ease some of the pressure in the midfield, because a lot of times we get caught in transitions. We lose the ball, we get caught in transitions, and we look more vulnerable. But I don't think it's because of the defenders. It's just because of we are not good enough to hold the ball, and that causes us to be always in 3 versus 4 situations because
Mm.
of the left back being pushed up. So, mm, so yeah, it's I would say it's two issues there. But what do you think? Do you think we have other issues, or do you share the same? Or
So I really like how you analyze it just now, and in fact, it's very true. It's very true because if we don't have a decent holding midfielder to kind of hold off to the ball or control the tempo and distribute the set play, it's very difficult then for us to kind of retrieve the ball if we lose them, right? So
yeah,
I think 100% I'm with you on that one. And it's just it's really a pity, or I shouldn't be putting it that way. Um, we do have Babgay, so obviously Babgay is a very good midfield player.
mm,
Barrejo, you've just kind of mentioned him as well. But obviously, he's already, you know, kind of not at a young age anymore. And we have Thomas Partey, and I don't think he has delivered the expectation. And out of those three, and of course, let's not forget about Santi Comesaña. I think he has been outstanding. I think he's been outstanding in terms of the midfield and him running absolutely everywhere. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. But then, to your point, I would love to see the club kind of bringing in somebody who is, and to just refresh the central midfield a bit for the upcoming seasons. There are some names in my head. I don't know if you will share the same. Let's focus on the midfield since you brought up midfield, and then we'll go to the other area, which is kind of my headache.
Sure.
But I would definitely say Alexis is one of them. So he used to be our player. I don't even remember. And now he's playing in Leverkusen, but I don't think he's getting a lot of minutes there. I do see him as one of the replacement. Luis Milla, actually played for Getafe. He's also another very decent player in terms of midfield, holding midfield, those type of profile. And of course, there's one from Morocco. He got very unlucky, unfortunate that he got injured during the African Cup. But I think that player, who's I think he belongs to Marseille, but he's on loan in Girona.
Right.
But he is another outstanding player for me. So what about you? What are the names that you would come up with, kind of replacing, let's say, Parejo style?
It's very hard because I haven't looked that far ahead, like players. But the Moroccan, he looks like a good player, but he's very offensive and very technical, and he enjoys in the final third area position. I'm more of a, I think I miss a guy who will sit back, like he will just sit. He will get the ball, turn, and just kind of like a Rodri or Bruno Soriano type. Just he doesn't. Don't get me wrong. We have good midfielders. We have. I rate Comesaña a lot. He's a hard worker. But I just feel we have two of the same type of player. Like we have two hard workers. We have two midfielders who run and track, but we don't have a guy who can just sit back and relieve a lot of pressure, keep the ball, and so that. But I don't know if there are any if there's any player like that within our price range. So that's the maybe some issue there. Well, I don't know if you can afford that type of player, and there aren't that many players in nowadays who plays like that. They are often they are very versatile. Like midfielders now, they are very versatile. They can do 6, 8. They can do everything. So maybe it's very hard to find those kind of players. It's just me thinking back to going back to old times where we had like a very strict. Okay, you have a defensive midfielder, and then you have another midfielder who is maybe slightly more offensive, but. Maybe it's hard to find those qualities nowadays.
Yeah, and also maybe thinking of Marcelino's playing style as well. So that also have to kind of match to the type of players that we want, and the price tag. The price tag is another one. I think definitely. I don't know if other fans will have the same issue just like us, but I think the goalkeeper is. For me, it's kind of always a talking point. We have 3 goalkeepers. Obviously, one of them is no longer, given much game time, or if not, no game time. We have one that we signed from a Champions League winner, PSG, but he's on the bench, and he seems to be much calmer, good feet. Good passes, and look quite composed. And we also have another one which is apparently established as a starting goalkeeper, but yet to prove that he's worth the 12 million kind of price tag on him. I will go first. I would really want to see either something change and a miracle performance, or just regular kind of game time, maybe for me, because I've been very vocal about this. I really prefer Analtenas, and if I can choose, hey, I would even choose Gonde ahead of the other two. But given no game time and he's pretty much left out of the squad, I would prefer seeing Anautena in goal rather than Luis Junior. Now, I have my own sort of opinion about Luis Junior. I don't think all fans will share the same, but I just don't see how you would have a shouting, rushing out goalkeeper, and kind of just rushing into things. I just don't see that. I just don't see that. For me, is my starting goalkeeper.
Yeah.
What's your take on this one?
Yeah, I actually share the same, but maybe not as much, because I just rate everyone except if it was up to me, I would probably stick with Conde. But since he hasn't been playing and has been left out, we are stuck with two goalkeepers who. Both of them are very green. Tenos looks more of a goalkeeper. Like he looks, if you like have to, he has the goalkeeper qualities, but he the few chances he has gotten, he makes very good saves, but he has, yeah. I don't know if you saw the Bayer Leverkusen match, but yeah, he struggled really. He had he was about to clear, the first goal came, he was about to clear, and then he hit the striker. Basically, the striker pushed him and then pushed the ball, and then he hit him straight in, and the goal went in. And so for me, I don't rate neither. Actually, like, it's very hard. I don't rate neither. It's very hard, man. I I mean, it's just with Junior, I don't know what I can think about him. I don't know. He makes very irrational decisions. When the team needs to relax, he rushes the team forward with a quick throw or quick.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just very illogical decisions that he makes when the team don't need it. And I don't know if you've seen it, but the coach always tells him to relax, calm down, let's hold the ball, and he still decides to shoot the ball up. So I think it's just, yeah, it's very hard, man. I'm very conflicted with those two goalkeepers.
Will you be surprised if in summer we sign another new goalkeeper? Will you be surprised?
No, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think it will depend on if we can sell Junior this summer. I don't know. But it looks like there's been some attraction surrounding him. There seems to be some interest and clubs following his matches and how he performs. So it could be we might get an offer. Just because there aren't that many young goalkeepers. With that, the thing with him, he has very good goalkeeper frame. He's very tall. He has a goalkeeper frame, but his issue is just positioning, and he can't save a lot. So
Agree.
and penalties, I just give up. Like, when we have penalties, he tries to intimidate his striker, and then it doesn't work. He fails always. So I just think, yeah, it's very hard, man. And
No, but I think you sum it up very well. I think we have a scenario where obviously Anautenas, who he comes from the Barca academy, right? So
yeah,
he he must have quality there. And Luis Junior, I think Uh, yeah, from his previous club experience, from his kind of matches that he played, he established himself in the Portuguese league. But I think coming to a club like this and playing in La Liga, playing in Champions League, I don't think, and forgive me if the fans are listening, I just don't think he has that level.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the question is fair. Will we see another new signing, a new goalkeeper signing? I won't be surprised. I won't be
Yeah.
surprised. Now,
Yeah.
it depends on if the club would like to spend that money, or we stick with Luis Junior to make things happen, or we actually attract somebody else to sell him.
Hmm.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But
Yeah.
and I definitely see that it's still going to be an issue for us, at least for the remainder of the season. I think.
Yeah. I think so too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, we're almost ending the space. It's been crazy. As I said, I mean, there are loads to talk about, and we actually exchanged quite a lot, and it's such a pity. I think there were some other elements that we could have added into the space today. So, like Morelo, I think Morelo has been
Yeah.
absolutely on fire. We didn't mention anything about that one, but
We haven't talked about the signings, like all the signings. We haven't talked about like the performance of the players. Like yeah, so we can
absolutely.
do it another time as well.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. But just before we end,
Yeah.
obviously, as I said, this weekend we don't have any fixtures until Monday, and Monday we're going to be home against Espanyol. What should we expect on that one on Monday?
I think we should expect first maybe two teams who are struggling right now. I thought maybe Espanyol were doing better, just because I don't follow other teams as much, so I just looked up, and they are actually coming off a lot of losses. I think they are coming off four losses in the last six matches, so
Yep.
they also struggling in the league. But funny enough, they are in the sixth place, so they are so 10 points I think or something behind us. But
Yep.
yeah, so I think we have like historically been performing well against Espanyol actually. So I expect perhaps a win, maybe two goals. I sometimes I just expect us to concede. So maybe 2-1, 3-1. But I hopefully a
Mm.
fresh start to the month in February. Hopefully maybe Pepe goal that would actually help everyone.
I
Yeah.
yeah
What do you think?
I well, we have the home advantage,
Yeah.
so that's the start off. Um, Espanyol coming away and not coming from a decent form, that has also got an impact. Um, I think a number of players will have to deliver and actually step up and score some goals.
Yeah.
So I would definitely hope to see Migadatse delivering. I would definitely hope to see. I don't know about Gerard because I read about Gerard was training on his own last training session.
Yeah.
So I hope there's nothing serious or he's not injured. Um, and I'm just hoping to see a partnership in the midfield between Santi Comesaña and Pap Gay. And yeah, I'm hoping to see my boy Moreiro to deliver as well. So I'm hoping it could be a 2-0, 2-0 win.
2-0. Yeah. That's.
I
I
hope
hope
so.
so. Yeah, I
I
hope so
hope
too.
so. I hope so. And so, what I mean, let's wrap this up by just giving some of our thoughts on the remainder of the season, and if we could still finish at top four.
Yeah, I think there's every chance for us to finish. We have to. Like, there's no excuse if we don't finish top four. With how we were knocked out of the Champions League and the Copa del Rey, and with this squad, I think the minimum is to reach fourth. But I'm hoping also to push for the third, just because we have one match each week, and with a big squad, I think we can also push with one more. I think we have a match like a uh,
Additional match. Yep.
additional match. Yeah. So I'm Yeah, I want to push for the third, but Champions League spot. There's we have to reach that. There's no excuse if we don't. What do you think, though?
No, I completely agree. I completely agree. I think the investment at the beginning of the live space that we talked about, right? The investment that we put into the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, they've put in quite a lot, signing good players as well, and not to qualify for Champions League, it would be an absolute shame.
Mm.
And I'm pretty much like you. I want us to stay up top three. And I think we definitely have the quality to do that. I just need us to deliver. I
Yeah.
just need us to stay consistent. I think, when we're up against big team, mid-table team, lower table team, we just need to deliver. We just need to focus on ourselves and play how we need to play. And when we have chances, we need to nail them. I think that has been, at least for the last couple of months, I think that's what we've seen. Like when we get a goal scoring chances, we should definitely take them and we should not waste them. So I'm hoping that I'll see more that kind of behavior coming from the team. And yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful that we will finish top three or top four.
Yeah, I think that's very reachable. I think from now on we will have some difficult away matches. We have Levante and Getafe away, but the Espanyol and Valencia, the derby match is going to be interesting. I think we should beat. Yeah, we should get some points now. Moving on, like in this next few matches.
Yeah, hopefully that is the case. But obviously, guys, we will have our profile kind of keep on, tweeting, keep on posting stuff, and obviously, we'll be staying very on top of everything related to Villarreal. So if you have not yet gone to Villarreal Fan TV's profile, you should check that out because he often posts, videos, and he often posts quite a lot of exciting podcast and live spaces with other footballing profile as well. So if you have not checked him out, just click on his profile and make sure you hit follow. Okay, it's been great. Approx an hour and 10 minutes or 15 minutes conversation. So great to have you on the live space. Hopefully next time we'll exchange even more. And let's do a regular one. Let's stay on top. And whether you host it or I host it, I'm really looking forward to the next one, man.
I appreciate it, man. I really thank you for having me, and it's always nice to talk to you. And that 1 hour went by really quick, fast, but uh, yeah, we should do it more often. Well, obviously, when we have both have time. Yeah, thank you again for having me.
All right, perfect. Okay, so this live space, obviously, if you have not listened to it live, is recorded, so you can go back to listen to it at any time. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of the Saturday, enjoy the rest of the Sunday, and hopefully we'll go for the 3 points on Monday against Espanyol. All right, so take care, everybody, and we'll be live again next time. Take care.
Take care.
All right, bye, man.
Bye, man.